So here we have the 2015, this is question 3, leaving cert ordinary level, and this question on algebra. So the first we're asked to simplify this. So firstly, I'm going to have to multiply out my bracket. So I'll have to multiply my 3 by my 4 and my 3 by minus 5x, and then I'm going to have to also multiply my 2 by my 5, minus 2 by my 5, and my minus 2 by my minus 6x. So 3 by 4 gives me 12, 3 by minus 5x will give me minus 15x, minus 2 by 5 will give me minus 10, and minus 2 by 6x will give me plus 12x, because a minus and a minus is a plus. So now you just have to group together terms that are similar, so that have the same coefficient, or say the same variable actually. So 12 and 10, so 12 take 10 will give me 2, and then minus 15x, and then plus 12x, so that will give me minus 3x. So that's my answer for that. And then the next one, I have 2 minus 3x is greater than or equal to minus 6, so x is an element of n. So I was asked to list all of the values of x that satisfy the inequality. So firstly, I'm going to try get anything with an x on one side and anything that doesn't have an x on the other side. So if I'm going to do that, firstly, I can move minus 2 on both sides, so that'll be minus 3x minus 6 minus 2. So I kind of treat this a bit like an equals. The only time I don't treat it like an equals is if I'm multiplying both sides of this or dividing both sides by a minus. I have to change the direction of the inequality. So that's the only time we don't treat it like an equal. So then this will be minus 8. So we get minus 8, and then what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to divide both sides by minus 3. So minus 3 minus 3. So now when I divide both sides by minus 3, I actually have to change the direction of the inequality. So then I get x is less than, so 8 over 3, does that simplify? So I'll just leave that as 8 over 3, or it's approximately 2.67. So I was told that I have to list the values for x when I have x is less than this, and I was told x is an element of the natural numbers. So the natural numbers n are positive whole numbers. Positive whole numbers. So positive whole numbers start at 1, 2, 3, 4 and go all the way up. So it's less than 2.67, but it's a natural whole number. So if it's less than that, it can only either be 2 or it can only be 1. So the only values of x that would work was x is equal to 1 and x is equal to 2. So that's the solution set of x that would work for that question. And then the next part, we were told in part C, so g of x is a function, and 2 minus 3x multiplied by g of x is equal to 15x squared minus 22x plus 8. So so we have g of x, so we have one function, and this function multiplied by whatever is in here has to give us 15x squared minus 22x plus 8. So if we wanted to get, so g of x, if you wanted to kind of rearrange this, is going to be 15x squared minus 22x plus 8 all over 2 minus 3x. So what it might be handiest to do first, we could factorize this and then see if anything will cancel, or we can do long division. So I might try first and factorize and see if anything will cancel for us. So if we wanted to factorize 15x squared minus 22x plus 8. So usually I use a method called the guide number method, where you multiply the coefficient of the x squared, which is 15, by 8. So then we get 120. And then we look for the factors of 120 that could add to give 22. So if I have 120, so I'm just looking for factors that add to give 22. So actually, if I multiply 10 by 12, I get 22, but I want minus 22. So one of my factors could be minus 10 by minus 12. So then I just split up my minus 22 into minus 10 and minus 12. So 15x squared minus 10x minus 12x plus 8. So then I factorize the first pair and then the second pair. So I might take out 5x and then 3x minus 2. And then in this case, I'll take out, so I can take out, minus 4, and then I'll have 3x minus 2. But actually, in this case, the factors that we want to cancel are actually 2 minus 3x. So I could actually change this and take out a minus 5x, and then I'll be left with minus 3x plus 2. And then in this case, if I take out a plus 4, I'll be left with minus 3x plus 2. So then I have, so I can bring my minus 5x and my plus 4. So minus 5x plus 4 in one bracket, and then my minus 3 plus 2 another, and the brackets have to be matching. So now I figured out that 15x squared, the top one is equal to this. So what I might do, instead of writing this, I'll write what I got it factorized as. So I had 15x squared minus 22x plus 8 all over 2 minus 3x. And that simplifies to when I did out the 15x squared. So minus 5x plus 4, and then minus 3x plus 2, and then that's over 2 minus 3x. So this bit here, that's just the same as 2 minus 3x. I just have them in different orders. So these will cancel because it's the exact same thing on the top and on the bottom. And then I'm just left with minus 5x plus 4. And that was what gx was equal to. So g of x is going to be equal to minus 5x plus 4. And that is my answer for g of x. And that is my answer for that.